Hello Collective, happy Friday, October 27th. So from the word scramble, I got 2 feet from eternity, 2 feet from eternity. I got stay 50 feet away, stay 50 feet away, thank you. New annihilation at threat. There is a new annihilation at threat. Most High is very, very perturbed. He is. There's a credit-worthy watcher on the front bench. There's a credit-worthy watcher on the front bench. And obedience decorates a chosen one. Obedience decorates a chosen one. Reach for a wise ancestor. Reach for a wise ancestor. Ready to reason and arrest. They're ready to reason and arrest. And search the sea for a sorcerer, and there was no one there. Somebody has searched the entire sea for a sorcerer, and there was no one there. Detroit coordinates a new chief, and Detroit coordinates a new chief. I got all of that from scrambling the letters from today's date, October 27th. 2 plus 7 is 9. So we got the forest fire, we got Aries going on. Okay, so the chart's a big deal. Why is the chart a big deal? Because somebody took your identity, completely reasoned it, because they've done this before. They even got a judicial person to help them take your identity. Because there's been people in Secret Service before, right? That had to get a new or create a new or go undercover, what have you. So it's been done many, many times. However, the chart tonight suggests something different. For the first time, we have an aspect to the destiny. That's the destiny for the collective. And the Most High is going, what is going on? Because the identity of this person, that's not what I had in mind for that person at all. So they took this identity of this person, but they're not fulfilling. They can't fulfill. They can't fill your shoes, collective. And it's this red square to Pluto. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Brakes on this, death to this. What is this? Yeah, I may have given you the grace to do this, for certain purposes or privileges, but that one? You're going to take the identity of that one and try and fill that shoe, the destiny I had planned for that person? How's that working out for you? How's that working out for you? And it's in opposition to the active participant. So you were the active participant. And where are you sitting, collective? Wow. You're not in the destiny. But that person walking in yours sure is doing not a hot job. Okay? Not a too hot job. So that really put the brakes on today's chart. Okay? Because I haven't seen an aspect to the destiny in many months. There just hasn't been any aspects to the destiny except for tonight. Yeah. 4-degree Scorpio sun and a 25-degree Aries moon. You got water and fire tonight. So yeah, the Most High is throwing the water right on the fire going, I don't care if it's forest fire. We're getting helicopters up here because that is not the destiny I had planned for the collective. And they're doing a horrible job at fulfilling what I had planned. Yep, I'm telling you. And the other beautiful thing is this from the heavens. The heavens have put a stamp on it. This beautiful grand trine from the clan to the Reformation to this holy one down here, this Venus holy one, sitting in Virgo, by the way, the Virgin, the most holy symbol. It's this pilgrimage of this. See, it's a pilgrimage because it's 27 degrees Capricorn, and it's this pointing at the Book of Life. The clan is pointing at the Book of Life and going, we picked that one. They're right there. They're right there. And you decided to go with this one? You decided to go with this one. And they've been getting away with it for over 10 years. Over 10 years, collective. So at this point, it's like, yo, brakes, helicopters, water on the fire. We're going to get it right, okay? So also, from the word scramble, they have decided to reconsider an arrest. Reconsider an arrest. Ready to reason. They're ready to reason the arrest. Because this is like... This is sirens. This is lights and sirens right here. I cannot believe you took this person who had a complete destiny and manipulated it for your benefit. And what are you doing with it? That's not what I had in mind for that person at all. At all. This is what I had in mind. And so your clan is pointing, your new clan is pointing to the Book of Life saying, I picked this one and this is the rebirth. And they are just stamping it on the heavens tonight for you. Still, while Jupiter is in opposition to, you're still feeling like, I feel really unlucky though. What you're saying is really great, but I'm still waking up to like, I'm not quite sure about this. That's okay. That's okay. You have, it's going to be a win-win, best outcome emotionally for you, because I feel like the information you're going to get isn't too hot. But what they did, and this was the download the ancestors gave me. Are you going outside? What they did to hide this, see, was completely reasoned, because you were probably a product of some lower vibrational ritual, okay? So let's say, God forbid, you were a product of incest or rape or, okay, so we just don't have to talk about this, and we can even get people in the judicial system to help us out and reason this, and they okayed it because you're right, you know, that person's probably their lifespan will probably only be till 40 anyway, because, you know, their genes being all messed up because of this ritual. So we'll just they didn't consider that the Lord had looked down on that and had already put mercy on the situation and created quite a destiny for that person. So it doesn't matter where you come from, collective, or what the product, because the Most High had blessed it. But all that they did to cover it up and not talk about it, wow, it would have just been better to come out with the truth. Yeah, it would have. So yeah, that's the download, is that you are a product, and it is a taboo subject to talk about. Ancestors, thank you for being here. I love you. I love you. Highest Ascendant Jesus, please be here for this reading. And Archangel Michael, please be here for this reading. What does the collective need to know for October 27th? Wow, it's already the 27th. Full moon coming up, full moon. Yeah, I looked at it last night. It was absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, that's what's going on, is you probably are going to get information that they just didn't want to talk about where you came from or how you came about. So they wanted to hide it, see? And they let somebody else walk in your, probably use Social Security, use your credit for quite a few years, right? Walked around with your blessings in their pocket for quite a few years. And the Most High's like, whoa, breaks there. That person's not doing too hot of a job doing what I had I already had mercy on the situation. Like, he'd already seen what had happened so many years ago, confirmation. And he had okayed it. Let me get my little confirmation thing over here. But yeah, he had already okayed it, confirmation. But they, in their ultimate human wisdom, decided to, well, we'll just mess things up. They didn't have to do anything. They didn't have to hide anything. All they had to do was be honest about it. That's all they had to do. They could have just owned up to it. Yep, this is what happened. Yep. Kind of not cool, but this is what happened, and this person's here, and we're just gonna lie to this person their whole life and not tell them who they are, who the real parents are, because we made this colossal mistake. Well, guess what? You just made it. You made it historical moment. At this point, they made it a historical moment. What's in the subconscious of the collective? Yeah, I woke up sarcastic this morning. What can I say? No, there's going to be a heartbreak tonight. That's what, those red lines from the destiny. That's the heartbreak. There's going to be a heartache tonight, I know. So there is a heartbreak tonight. But for the first time, collective, like you are the walking heartbreak, okay? And you've survived it, okay? But for the first time, it's not your heartbreaking, because you can take the news coming to you. And see, they've given them all this opportunity to just come clean with it. Just come clean with it. And they won't. So now it has to be done for them. Yeah. What's the big deal? What's the big deal, yo? They did a good job disguising it. You probably never questioned it, because either A, you were too scared to. I don't know about your upbringing, but, you know, I knew when to not probe. I knew there were lines that I couldn't cross because of that control. There was just a lot of control over the situation. So I didn't upset the apple cart when I didn't have to. And plus, you know, they provided a living for me. I mean, I'm telling you, the breadcrumbs come in handy. The breadcrumbs are crummy. They weren't too dandy. They weren't. I'm sorry. It's just better that you take care of yourself, collective. It's just better. Is it shocking news to hear? Yeah, it is shocking news to hear. That's not your fault, though. These were done without your knowledge. This was done before you were even here. But they made it worse. Thank you very much. By not telling you this. by not telling you this. And so now it has to be provided to you from the universe. The universe is more than happy to tell you. If you got my last reading where you get on the bus and you do your astral traveling and you knock on the doors and say, hey, you know, I'm just here to see what the Most High has for me. You know, you did that, and then you got to the moon, and the moon actually agreed to get in the bus with you. That's the one you want, okay? Because the moon holds all the secrets, see? And the moon had no problem getting in the bus with you because you had walked right, okay? There shouldn't have been no... They were ready to get on the bus with you. They were ready to get on board with you, and man, what you found out is blowing your mind. It's blowing your mind. But hey, it is what it is. And can you come to terms with it? Can you live with it? Well, of course, because you've lived through this nightmare. I mean, this is nothing. This is nothing. All you want is what you know is planned for you. You know there's a destiny out there for you. And you know with those red lines tonight, it's saying, whoa, 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 who's this other person? Who the heck are they? And what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? They searched the sea for a sorcerer to keep it covered. They're still searching the sea for the sorcerer. Guess what? There ain't one gonna commit to you at this point because it's a big fat lie. And what's sad is they've gaslit so many that when it comes back, it's gonna annihilate them. It's a new annihilation of threat, because I feel like once all this spell work goes back, it's gonna have only one choice, and that's the source of who. Because even though they hired these other people to take the hit, you know, while they just stand back and watch, you know, okay, well, I'm gonna pay you the money so you get hit with backlash. It's not gonna work that way this time, you know. And think of all the mercy of the Most High, letting all this endure, watching you, collective, as you struggled. The heartbreak for tonight. The heartbreak for tonight, for the first time in a century, will not be yours. That's amazing. I don't know. They've broken you down to the point where you just got used to getting used to. I got used to getting used to. That's what I got used to getting used to. Yep. Oh, another challenging day. There's no panic when you get this news. It's no big deal to you. I just want... That truth is going to be so much easier for you to live in, collective, than the one that you've been gaslit. Because it'll make sense. It'll make sense why nothing ever came together for you. Because they were stealing right behind you the whole time. Stealing right behind you. Yeah. I don't like it. What's the outcome for this reading? I almost had it. What's the outcome for this reading? I love you, ancestors. Thank you so much for being here. Elvis wants to be here. Okay. All right. Suspicious Minds. Yeah. He I don't know if he wrote that song, but he did sing Suspicious Minds. It's a good song to listen to. Okay. So, we can't go on together with suspicious minds. Suspicious minds. We can't build a dream on suspicious minds. As an old friend I know, stop by to say hello. Okay, so in the middle of this reading, thank you, Elvis. I love you. Okay, we're celebrating your ability, collective. We're celebrating this ability for you to alchemize this new truth. The diagnosis is you're not crazy. Just took a long time for you. And that's the other thing, is they can't stand how slow you go. Excuse me? You've lied to me for how many years that it took me this long? You know what? It was what it was. They didn't want you to know until now. It is what it is. I don't care how long it took you, collective. You're here. You survived it. So, sorry, not sorry. Yeah, they had a problem with the pace, your pace. The crossing energy of the celebration of the alchemist is Justice, who sees that you're not confused by why they want to kill you. Justice sees this, see? They know you're not confused as to why they tried to kill you. They see you realize what you were attached to. You saw through the veil. You know what you're attached to. Yeah, you want me to drop some names? I'm not going to do that. But yeah, when I thought back to where I came from, it was always the person they didn't want to talk about, see? The person that was the least brought up in the room. That's how you figure it out, right? And then you can look back in some pictures, maybe you have pictures, And you'll wonder, well, why is so-and-so looking like glaring at that one person? That might help you figure it out too, collective. In the subconscious is the theft, okay? Because like some of you, they've had your identity for 10 years or more. 10 years or more. And then it's a hayride for them. Woohoo! and the Most High is looking down going, okay, whoa, they're not doing what I asked this person. He had given them the mercy on that situation and had blessed you with a beautiful destiny, even though you might have been a product of a rape, or it didn't matter. The Most High had it all worked out. All they had to do was be honest about it, and they decided to lie. So they really made it worse at this point. A colossal mistake that made it worse than what it really was. Because now at this point, the choice has been made for them, for the group, for this entire group of people. And maybe the group, and this is the other thing they want you to know, is the group is slowly becoming aware of what they're adhering to. What they were told, it's just part of what the whole story is, see? So they were told something, yeah, and so they would just jump, yeah, hey, I'll be a part of that, not a problem. Because it seemed like it was okay. It wasn't okay, because you didn't know the whole story. The forefront of the consciousness is kind of important, because in the forefront of the consciousness now is truth. So not only in the environment, but when it's at the forefront of consciousness, it's in the forefront of the active participants' consciousness. Okay, now I can't deny it. This is the truth. This is the truth. It's in the forefront of their consciousness. So last time these all came up upside down. This time they all came up right. They all came up right. Because there's this conflict, confusion, chaos that they're sitting in, that they wanted to walk away from. And it's this tower moment. All because of their gaslighting. Yeah. And that's the truth that the active participant sits in. Yeah. But there's this, and it's painful because it's this new annihilation at threat. You didn't want to annihilate anyone, collective, but it's honestly your ancestors and angels looking down and going, well, wait, we already had this all planned out, and this other person, doppelganger, what have you, this whatever was stolen from you, isn't actively fulfilling what we need to happen 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road. Like, there is such a thing as fate, okay? And the angels really try and instrument that to be a beautiful symphony for everybody. And they messed it up. They messed it up, collective. So you don't have to do anything, because it's all been identified in the heavens above. They've already put the brakes on everything. Pluto's like, wow. Because I haven't seen Pluto aspect the destiny in probably 3 years. So now all of a sudden it's hitting the destiny going, whoa. We're putting a death to this. This person walking around is you, collective. They gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. So you're moving from this independent energy. Somebody who wants to be independent from this colossal event in their consciousness is going to meet heartbreak. See, because your ops wanted to remove themselves from that. Okay, that I really didn't have a part in that. This was the only part I had in it, but it doesn't matter. They were associated with it. This group. That's the rhetoric they're going to use, is that I had no idea. Yeah, you had no idea because of the secret. Just because collective was a part of some lower vibrational beginning doesn't mean the Most High hadn't looked down and had mercy on it from the very, very start of that transaction. Okay? Yeah. So they can't be independent from it. And unfortunately, the energy that they wanted to, they wanted to stay like this. This is the most recent. Is this heartbreak for tonight? Heartbreak tonight, I know, yes, I know. It's gonna be a heartache tonight. I don't know, but that's what they're headed toward. You can just sit back and watch. So there is this King of Wands who's looking at the work that you've done and the news that you give. I can tell you right now that he's very nervous about this news that you give. I don't hear you dropping names, collective, but you're well aware of what's happened to you. Are you okay with walking it out by yourself? Yeah, I mean, you know they can take your paperwork and erase you. You know, the government has the power to do that. If they don't want you around, they don't like you, they can erase you. But what's interesting about what's happened is they don't really not like you. They kind of like you. Did I say that right? They don't not like you. They see that you do have a purpose. That you're not crazy. You just happen to walk into a really weird family situation that was not only hostile and toxic, but hostile and toxic to other people. So it's not the greatest good for the greatest many. And they've put a restriction on it. That's that red line from the Saturn to the Uranus that's been there for 3 years. Square. Saturn and Uranus have been square for a long time, okay? You don't have to be like a blue ribbon astrologer to notice that, wow, there's a problem. That something the family did isn't right, and somebody figured it out, and they've been putting the brakes on this family for a long time now. So this King of Wands is part of that storyline where they see what's going on. Is it a win-win for this person to, and it might be something like this. You're going to think, well, I don't want people jumping over to my side. I'm fine like this. You know what I mean? Like, collective, don't worry about it. The angels have got this like protection around you because the new clan has already prepared the new family for you. So all you have to do is speak truth and take responsibility for the reality you participate in. That's all you have to do. It's really simple. I didn't want to post videos because every time I go to post a video, like I say, I get all this like, I don't know, conflict of if it really posted or not, I guess. And yeah, I sit above a canal where somebody could sit out on a little canoe down there and probably hack into my Wi-Fi. I don't know the lengths that they'll go, collective, to not let you speak your news. I think it was above and beyond what was necessary, because you're not really, the only thing you're calling out is something that should have been called out when it first happened, honestly. And they couldn't own up to it. How many people participate in lower vibration rituals, and probably more than you realize. I mean, let's be honest. I think when all of this comes out, you are going to look around at your environment and go, wow, I didn't realize, that person liked to do that stuff. Well, I tell you, I'm a server, and I'm paid to serve people their food. It don't matter if they have a background. It don't matter if they're a felon. It don't matter if they've done things that I'm completely offended by. Okay? I'm paid to serve them their food and do a professional transaction with that. Okay? So, that's all the Most High wanted from you, is to realize that that's all it really is. It's not hating on that person or purposely putting something in their food because you know what they did. It's not that at all. It's just taking responsibility for what you're called to do and being kind and having love. It's not choosing to stand there and what you did was wrong and I want payment. No, that's not your job, collective. And they really wanted to be judge and jury over this situation. Or pretend that they didn't really know what they really knew. Oh, we know what you really knew. And completely 100% supported it. This person completely 100% supported it, collective. Stood by and watched it happen. Stood by and watched you live a life that was 444 on the clock. Completely a farce. And then to watch somebody else enjoy your destiny. Anyone that takes your social or your birth certificate information, that's your business. That's not theirs. So they were walking in that, see, while you were waiting tables. Hello. I'm knocking on a few doors tonight, and the Most High is too, because we have this beautiful grand trine, this beautiful star in the sky to show, look, this is what we had planned for this chosen one. It's Pluto, Uranus, Venus. This is what we had planned, and it doesn't look like the destiny up there at all, at all. So a lot of you aren't sitting in your legacy right now tonight watching this video. This is what the environment sees. They see a lot of stability around you. You created stability out of nothing, probably a cardboard box. You created this stability. And it's not. The reason why there's no king or queen or empress or emperor on this card or with this card, why it was by itself, is because it's completely invisible. It's completely from the serene heavens above that surrounds you. There is no way they're going to let that stability crumble. So they can send all the spell work they want to you. You're 100, collective. You're 100. It was already pre-planned. And what's funny is it didn't have to go as long as it did. And it created just this huge upset in the heavens. So the hopes and wishes is that people are going to see what you suffered through. They're going to see how difficult it was for you. Yeah, which reality do I participate in? Which t-shirt do I put on? Which job am I going to today? Like, I bet that was kind of hard, right? Like, oh, what do I believe today? Because where am I going today? Yeah, you had to participate, take responsibility, whatever reality you were participating in. Am I doing cards today? Oh, okay, so I'll be that person. You had to wear the different hats because of this lie that existed around and amongst you, okay? That's not in your normal personality to be like that. But it's almost like the heavens were paying you to do it. Just do it, please. Just do what we ask you to do. Okay, you'll see why. And so you did. But there's going to be a light shined on how hard that was. See, that was not easy for you, collective. To get up and walk in that lie every day, you know. You did it. The hopes and wishes, the disappointment on what they kept from you, from your past, while you wait for your future. Yeah, there's a lot of disappointments in what they kept from you about your past. That's not an easy emotional place to be. Is this what they kept from your past as you wait for this grand trine to manifest? I mean, it's showing up tonight. It's probably going to be there a couple nights, which is pretty awesome. But that's just the sign. That's like when the Star of Bethlehem before Christmas, like there is a Christ coming. It's like that. This grand trine is just telling you, look, we're going to let you enjoy this beautiful constellation in the sky for a couple nights because this is the one we chose, and it is the collective person, and you've been stealing from them for a really long time. Yeah. The outcome of this reading. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for giving this message to the collective, because I don't want anybody heartbroken out there. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't care if Jupiter is opposite the sun and you're waking up still going, this isn't really what I manifested. What the heck? Do I have another year of this? You might. But the heavens are giving you a sign that they saw the mistake and they're not happy about it. So the impossible door requires an impossible key. You got to let that impossible key open for you, that door. The outcome of this reading is the work of an empress. You've worked really, really hard. And I think you've helped a lot of people. Thank you, collective. You've helped a tremendous amount of people. Who really only could watch the videos associated with, maybe they'll talk about my sign, or maybe they'll talk about, and I want you to know my readings are like all collective signs. That's why I do the chart, you know. I could look at it again. This really does involve a Pisces, a Virgo, a Taurus, a Scorpio. So, see, you've got some mutable signs, you've got some fixed signs. But honestly, you can't leave out Capricorn, and you can't leave out the destiny being an Aries. So, I mean, that's quite a few of the signs. So you should watch the videos, confirmation, regardless if you were any of those signs I just listed, rattled off. And I'm listing those because they are the ones with the most aspects. These are the ones that are being most effective. See, this 0 degrees Pisces, this is Aries, up here the destiny. This is Pisces, 25 degrees Pisces. Then you come down here, all this going on right here right now is all Scorpio. This is all Scorpio right now. Scorpio has the front stage right now. It's the front bench from the word scramble. You've got some higher ups sitting on the front bench. See, they're at the basketball game of the Lakers. They're in the front row, man. They got the box seats. Yeah. Credit-worthy watchers on front bench, yeah, for tonight, because they're going to see that constellation, that beautiful blue trine. So they see the hard work of this emperor, and they are very burdened by the gossip. It's going in and around your storyline. I love you, collective. Happy Friday.